Welcome back to Shem's Universe. I've been gone for like, what, 2 weeks now, guys? My bad. I was fighting a sickness, whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, I'm back. So, where we left off is very, very important. It was very crucial. I did the wealth ritual thing. That was cool. A lot of people clicked into that. For the people that do or that have, I hope it's working for you. Make sure you stay diligent. You actually do it week by week. You don't just do it once and then stop. You want to make sure that you actually do it for the specified amount of time I put in the emails, and you're going to do great. In respects to the astronumeric comments, those were jokes last couple of weeks, reading a lot of these. A lot of you guys I respond to, can't respond to everybody, of course, but for the people I did respond to, I certainly appreciate everything you guys put out in respects to what I'm talking about here. But you guys seem to need to understand something. At the beginning of my channel, I said I'm going to be the bridge, right? I'm going to bridge the information from Pythagorean numerology, give it to you. Chaldean numerology, give it to you. The other versions I don't even view as that accurate. I'm not going to bother teach them at all. Then I went over to astrology, same thing. Tropical, sidereal. Do I touch Chinese here and there now because it's popularized? I truthfully don't even care about Chinese either. It's not that accurate to me personally. But I'll still teach it. So what we're left off now is you guys were very upset with what I said about planetary influences when it came to like the number 1 not being the sun, but being Mars and having all that aggression. Number 8 being Mars as well in the dark version of the number 1. It's symbolized in the same way when you look at the original numerology. You look at number 1's the sun, number 8's Saturn. Saturn is considered a dark version of the sun. If you look at the history of the planets and their gods and their deities and how that stuff worked, you'll realize that Saturn is considered to be the rival of the sun. So it's the same thing. But anyways, when you conjoin astrology and numerology, you get a more clear picture, which is astronumerics, of what's actually happening here. And there's a reason that the master numbers now also have more hidden gems and more peculiar abilities in comparison to everybody else. And I'm going to explain to you now what those are. For the number 11, speaking from the astronumeric standpoint, my personal belief on astrology and numerology, the other stuff I just been bridging over the information, giving you guys readings on it, but my personal belief on it is here's how it is. If you're an 11, you have Martian energy, and then you also have Venus energy, right? So you have 2 1s, which is 2 Mars, right? The 11 is comprised of 2 number 1s. In the original numerology, you'll say, oh, that's 2 suns. Okay, cool. Leadership capability. But a lot of 11s, they don't even really tend to be like leaders. They tend to just be people that are very charismatic and they're very influential. They're more or less, they have the characteristics of Mars by being very intuitive, which is associated with Mars in astrology. Sun doesn't have much affinity with intuition. It's all about me, I. But it doesn't have a lot to do with intuition, the way Mars does, the way it's symbolized in astrology. So take that into context for one. So when you see that Martian energy in an 11, what you have to understand is that they know you better than you know yourself. The 11 could look right through you and know exactly who you are, see through all the BS persona you put up. They see right through that. That's what makes them so personable with people. They get along with almost everybody. But it also makes them very influential because they can be very aggressive. They can be very brash. They can be very viewed as authentic because they can come across as being this charismatic individual. And that's what makes them be able to get famous easily. Or if they go into sports, everybody's like, whoa, that's the way they dunk, or the way they do a touchdown, or the way they catch the ball, or the way they hit the puck. Whatever it is that they do, it's extra amplified. And there's a few reasons for this. And I discussed this in some of my my video when it came to the biggest lies of numerology. And I said master numbers are governed by usually 2 planets and not just 1. So 1 through 9 has 1 planet. We have our own deity that we're associated with. Cool. The master numbers have multiple planets helping them achieve their aims. So when they're asking the universe for something, there's double the energy coming back trying to give it to them. Whereas 1 through 9, we just have one deity saying, okay, well, here, based on whatever algorithm we're on. If you're an 8, okay, yeah, you're going for money, you're going for status, you're going for a bigger spiritual understanding, wisdom through perseverance. Cool. You'll learn the lessons through that. And you're going to have to follow your intuition, use Martian energy to get that, whatever. As an 11, you have to be a lot more capable, a lot more competent, a lot more mature. So you even though you have these deities looking after you, you also have to put in that much more effort to get these things in return. However, your karmic returns are huge So that's the thing, is you guys end up pushing very hard and hitting the limits of what you'd view as your capacity, but you guys also go way beyond the average human arc when it comes to like the hero story of going through a journey and then hitting that pinnacle where you hit this great deal of success and get recognition. You guys get that on steroids because you have to go through a whole bunch of turmoil, a whole bunch of stress, a whole bunch of self-doubt, inner turmoil, external, and you guys overcome and do it. The 11, a lot of 11s will be considered lucky because once their emotions are intertwined with their logic, they get what they want. So as soon as you're passionate about something via Mars, and then you then have a vision for it via Venus, which it adds to number two, Taurus, Venus energy, you then achieve wealth and abundance in all things as an 11, right? So this is so you guys can wrap your head around it. These people have Mars energy because they have 2 1s. They have a very strong Mars on steroids, and then they got Venus energy. So when you look at these 2 planets, you realize Venus is a planet of attraction and beauty and luxury items and money overall. And it can even be a very sexual planet as well. 11s can be very attractive to the opposite sex. 11s can also achieve a lot of good material aims. And there's a reason behind this, is because they have that passion for it, and then they attract it via the Venus energy. It's really as simple as that. The number 22 is considered the master achiever and considered the most wealthy master number. Now let's delve into why. I just discussed Venus, right? Number 22 is 2 Venuses, 2 material planets, meaning the planet of Venus is considered to be a materially beneficial planet. We know that from astrology. It's governor of the 2nd house, house of money and looks. So 22 likes to preferably get into things like bodybuilding, sculpting their body to being the most attractive version of themselves, being very strong because of this double Venus energy. They also achieve a lot in the material world because of the double Venus energy that they have. They achieve a lot of material aims, even in comparison to the 11. The 11 could be very charismatic because of the Martian energy, but the 22 gets a lot of material aims met because of the Venus energy. They have Venus on steroids helping them achieve material aims, material gains for themselves. Then they have the number 4 there, which the 4th house in astrology is the moon. So once they intertwine that again, they have a outwardly vision that can then at least conceptualize in their subconscious mind. They just ritualistically get what they want. Is it hard to activate the energy of the number 22 or the number 11? Of course it is. And that's why a lot of master numbers are not successful. However, the ones that are the ones that are able to actually tap into this hidden energy, this hidden database. And once they find that glitch, they're able to then control the reality completely. So if you guys understand what I'm saying, the reason the 22 is considered to be the strongest number in Pythagorean numerology, in Chaldean they view it as a very powerful number as well, is because it has double Venus energy. That double Venus energy makes it so they get a lot of their material wishes met, because Venus is a very beneficial planet that gives you what you want typically. So even people that were like, people that typically are like represented by Taurus, Libra, are they materially successful? Yeah, most of the time they are. If they actually have any sort of work diligence whatsoever, they usually actually achieve a lot of material aims. Not easier than other people, but it's almost more natural to them because they have that Venus element to them that helps them reciprocate what they want. Last but not least, we have the 33/6. Now the 33, everybody says it's the master teacher, right? So to be a teacher, you have to be able to communicate and articulate yourself. Cool. Number 3, the 3rd house is Gemini's house. Number 6 is Virgo's house. Both Virgo and Gemini are governed by what planet, guys? Mercury. Mercury is the governor or the god of what? Communication. So I don't know if there's no other more clear way for me to put this, guys. So if you're the governor over communication, you have that energy like quadrupled because you have it 2 3s. So you have 3 Mercury energies on steroids just helping you, right? Mercury's helping you 3 times more than it's helping other people. So as a result, somebody who's a 33 master number is going to be able to have quite a bit of notoriety in life. When they communicate, people are going to listen. They're going to be very influential. They're going to be able to sort of navigate an audience in a way that other people just can't quite click into or can't understand why they're able to do that. Even if they don't seem to be the most proficient communicator, they're still going to be able to attract the audience just simply based off of their aura. It's that inner feeling that they're going to have, an inner energy that can't be put into words. Nobody's gonna be able to articulate it, but it's gonna be there. Some of these 33s are gonna be very eloquent in speech. Some of them are not. But no matter what, the way in which they choose to communicate is gonna be a bit of like a master Sifu sensei. They're the master Sifu sensei president, whatever it is, and you're the person listening. And it's not that they do it in an offensive way where it's like, I'm the boss and you have to listen to me. You want to listen to them because they're going to be very knowledgeable on the subject matter they're talking about, or at least it's going to seem that they're knowledgeable on it at very minimum. And as a result, they're then able to persuade you, me, or the whole large audience of the world to believe what they say, or at least learn from whatever they've studied. It's as simple as that. These people are going to be very smart because Mercury is a very fast-moving planet. It's known for its intellectualism. It's known for its communication. It's known for its business intellect when it comes to being shrewd with business and getting money, getting that motion. So people with 33, even when you look at it from a Chaldean numerological perspective, they say 33 is the luckiest wealth master number. And I'm like, okay, well, the 22 is considered to be most powerful because, of course, that Venus element, they have the most material rewards out of all the master numbers. That makes sense. But the 33 is considered to be like the most influential to a certain extent. And the 11 is considered to be the most intuitive. I've proven in all ways why that's possible. The 11 has 2 Mars energies, so Mars is the governor over intuition and that gut feeling, the root chakra energy, survival. So that's why 11s will be the most intuitive and the best readers of people, and also known as the wounded healer when you go on websites and discuss life path number 11. The 22 is known as the master builder. Builder of what? Homes, self, Venus energy. You're making yourself more attractive. You would build a home through your wealth. You build an enterprise that's tangible or intangible via the 22. Then you get to the 33 that's considered to be the most what? The best teacher, best communicator. Why? Because they have the double Mercury energy. So it shows that's exactly why they would be the best and most peculiar people when it comes to speeches and just teaching in general. Whether they be a politician, whether they work for a charitable organization, whether they be a effing gang leader. They're going to be the best communicator but beyond anybody else. Because they're a 33. They have 3 times Mercury energy. So of course they're going to be the most charismatic, charming, and influential people you ever met in your life. That's just simply as it is, guys. So when you guys are wondering the secrets of these master numbers, the secret of it's this. Yes, they're older souls. Cool. We already established all that. But they have more planetary benefit than the average 1 through 9 number does. They actually have more planets helping them. We have 1. They got 2. So if you're a master number watching this, blessings to you. We're not hating. It is what it is. You guys have that special gift. You should use it to your advantage because most of you guys just let it implode and you guys actually fall behind. For some odd reason, number 4 is the most successful number anyways. But there's also reasons for that. You guys have to know how to tap into your master number energy. I hope this video actually helps you do that because now you know what skill set you have on steroids. Now, instead of making it implode on you, you now can bridge that and use it as a tool or as a weapon to get the success you want within your career, within your relationships, and within your life as a whole. All right, so thank you guys so much. I'm back, and there's going to be a video pretty much every day now. I was sick last couple weeks, so I wasn't really trying to use my throat too much, but I'm back for good now, guys. So a lot more content on this coming up. I'm going to be proving a lot more facts about numerology and astrology that you guys never really thought of, how these things tie together, and why other ideologies are sort of not really outdated, but they're not really necessary. There's a very simplistic answer to a lot of this stuff, guys, and this year I'm definitely going to be delivering that. So thank you guys very much for watching. A lot more content on the way starting tomorrow. See you guys soon. Peace.